All right, let's go. Got one more episode for the night. All right, now this one, I'm gonna be on dreams. Dream. If y'all know where that's from, go ahead. I'm gonna show you where that's from, anyways. But go ahead if you know stuff. Okay, this image is here. I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking, so might as well just put it up here. But dreams. Dreams are a whole lot of mixture of things itself. It can be a lot of um it itself can be a lot of dimension that it can be looks into dimensions, look into worlds, look into realms. Like you can go to Jupiter, you can go to Hogwarts, you can go to Fortnite, and they legitimately you can dream a cartoon. Like, dreams are very much a lot of people experience dreams. For those who don't experience dreams, who just dream of nothing, that is like in that of itself, like you're kind of you're kind of having a first person view. The best way I can explain it is you're having a first person view of literally source's perspective, source or God, if you want to put it in this way, because just he's staring out into nothing, and everything is within him, or all this falls within him, and we get to experience everything within him and all that, like the universe to the edge of it, it's all within him, and apologize, this is water, but yeah, so you're kind of just looking into that darkness, or looking just straight into the abyss, you know what I mean? That oblivion, as where gods go, as you say. But I think gods end up somewhere else too, because technically speaking, we all have parts of God in us, and we don't go to oblivion. And we got some of us actually. I'm not gonna say that. Maybe that's all I'm saying. Maybe, but dreams itself, you can have a lot of dreams. You can have a dream with a person who's passed away, and you can have a dream with someone who you literally never met in your life. You spent and everything. You can have a dream where you spend your whole like in that dream that you dreamt. You spent your whole life, like 89 years, married to someone. Like married, you had kids, you grew up, everything. Your kids had kids, they grew up, and you died in your dream. You woke up to this dream, or maybe you woke up to this reality, like to real life. But life is also a dream, because I'm gonna circle back to life is also a dream, and why it's so easy to pull your dreams here, right? But dreams itself is just pure creation. It is the power of creation. The way that you are so powerful in your dreams, the way that sometimes you can just go fly, you can do whatever you want, that is the power of creation. That is right there the power of God. We're given a little piece of power of God, not to the absolute where we're allowed to not manifest, but we're allowed to go like poof, and it's right here in front of us. No, it's not like that. But we have God has given us each gifts that can be explained in ways of the way that we dream, because we can dream, you see something in a certain way and bring it down to this realm. Like if you see uh, a vision of the way something's supposed to go, and you decide to kind of bring that down, like your company, or like again, I've been taking comic books and everything. Let's just say DC. We'll take Superman. Superman was once an idea in someone's head. Was once actually the American flag. Like was referencing, like not referencing the American flag, but the colors. It was an idea in someone's head. Someone then drew it. Someone then gave it colors for the American flag, right? Someone then put him in comic books. Someone then put him in TV shows. Someone then put him in movies. Now we have Henry Cavill as Superman. We have I forgot what the rest of Superman was, but you know what I mean. So now that became real. That dream is real. Now Henry Cavill gets to live the real life dream of being Superman. The people who are editing in the background get to edit Superman to be Superman. That's a real life dream. I brought Superman to this real world. Like not real, but we gave the illusion enough. And that's another thing about dreams. Dreams are also illusion. Dreams are also part of. It's funny because if you look at my screen right here, I have a computer program called Maya, right? Maya. In Maya, you can literally build anything and everything. And by the way, shout out to Goku because Goku's always goaded. All these forms, all these different forms of a spirit. It's just like power, 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 power. That's why I have Goku there. But Maya is like it says, Maya, the 4D, the illusion, like all of the just all of those things out there in the like. This is where the 4D. This is how I can best explain 4D. The fourth dimension would be all your thoughts, ideas, feelings, concepts, all those kind of things, right? Let me explain it like this. Jordan, the brand, like the brand itself, it isn't it it lives in the fourth dimension. There's actually like an energy out there with the Jordan energy. And that energy had to go find someone or find Jordan to literally make Jordan. And that's when Jordan here made the Jordan shoe. And then it's just so now that energy, now whatever energy is tied to that Jordan energy in the fourth dimension is eating off of all of us. Because now I'm wearing this cap and I'm explaining this, and this energy eating off of me too, because I have it on me. And whatever energy signature I'm given, and you gotta understand all these things are kind of going to the sender. Like this right here is Jordan. This right here is like it's bench. So let's just say there's an entity of bench that my other energies get sent to, and then now it's getting sent to Jordan and whatever other brands I have on me or whatever other things I have on me. So a lot of people say like, don't wear no name brands because you might as well just rep yourself. Or if you're ever gonna do anything, make your own clothing, brand, rock it, listen to your own music, rock it. And that's basically why they say that. Basically say do you. Don't like don't let no one else eat off your energy. Do you. Like you like of course you can support these things if you actually know where the source is from. But do we know where this Jordan source is from? Like where he gets his ideas, where this energy, these thoughts come from? No. You can kind of look at it as the same thing as the entity Gucci. Gucci had to go to the I don't know Gucci family or whatever. It had to go to the person who made Gucci. Like the energy had to be sent to him from the Gucci entity or whatever that's in the fourth dimension. That's in the mind. And dreams give you access to this because then you can go in your dream. You can literally see someone rocking a Louis, like maybe before it was even like made. You see someone rocking a nice Louis fit, nice Gucci fit, Gucci'd up like tailored suit. Nothing, it hasn't even been done here. You come out, you do it. Now whatever entity that was behind that, now you just kind of gave it energy. Now anyone who buys this product, they're giving it time, energy to it because money is time and energy. And now we're giving it to Gucci to get something back from that dimension here. You know what I mean? And another way I can explain dimensions too, or just quickly, I just want to explain dimensions. Walk into a mall, walk into any store. You're walking into a different dimension. Like each of them are dimensions because each of them are their own little world, their own little world that like. So let's just say you go to the Nike store. Nike is its own dimension. So let's just say you go to the Armani store. We're over here in Canada. Armani, you go there. They have their own like Armani dimension that like, or Canada Goose. And then if you actually or McDonald's, there you go, McDonald's. And if you go to McDonald's all around the world, they'll have their signature fries or their signature whatever. That is kind of like dimensions because you can all kind of go in the same place and experience the same place and be like, oh, I've been to McDonald's. It's like saying we all been to Hogwarts, but none of us have actually been to. We just been to the physical location. But what entity is behind McDonald's? What is the energy that when we consume McDonald's, it goes in us? What is who is gaining that back? Who's gaining that energy? And this is why they say you should go vegan or should be very wise about what you put in your body because also it's the same thing with these animals. Like and trust me, I'm still a meat eater myself. I'm trying to get that out of my diet, but this is about being smart about it. Like where you can still eat your halal meat and all that, but like it's about being smart. If the animal was in terror when it was being killed, when it was frightened, how do you think that's gonna leave you when you're eating your hot dog or whatever? It's gonna leave you the same way, not feeling the same way. You know what I mean? You start taking the characteristics of that which you eat. You are what you eat. So, and then whatever you are that you eat is gonna eat you too. Like it's gonna be eating off your energy. Maybe not physically. That's the thing about humans. We may be at the top of the food chain, but our energy is so easy to consume. It's crazy. We are literally batteries. If the Matrix is a crazy movie. First Matrix. That's one thing they got right. We are batteries. Our spirit is literally like a battery for energy. And I don't know if you can. I don't know if you guys feel it, but like if there's something that resonates with your soul, you'll feel the energy in your system. You'll feel like the energy's like, oh, he's saying something. It's like, that's energy. That right there. That right there. Entities eat that. Just yum 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 yum. Like that's what happens in the fourth dimension, in the Maya. You know what I mean? And dreams are access into into the Maya world, into the illusionary world, into the illusion, the Maya. You know what I mean? But a lot of us a lot of us, including myself too, we're a lot lost in the Maya, in these illusions, these concepts, these ideas. Is the Earth flat? Is this that 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 that? All that is fourth dimension for a reason. All that is there to block all of us from getting to the fifth. The fifth dimension is the spirit, but a lot of us can't even get out of the fourth dimension because we're still here arguing: is the black woman God? Boys versus girls, women versus men, relationship. We're still arguing. We're still all lost in the Maya. These are all still humanity concepts. Humanity. When I tell you, humanity is the one thing that's gonna. It's like I said in the last episode, it's messed up. But humanity is the one thing that's gonna keep you bound to this earth. It's the one thing that you eat off of completely eat off of. Like if someone can find something and chip in your humanity, they will always use it against you. Period. Why would it not be the same way about these entities? But now you have an enemy that you can't see, but you're fighting all the time. And now it comes in the form of depression. Now it comes in the form of anxiety. Now it comes in the form of your stomach. Like grumbling. Now it comes in the form of you not knowing what to do when you're lost. You just like get frightened, get scared, or you don't know how to move, or like you move too quick. You try to always punch everyone out. You know what I mean? Now these things are actually now they're affecting your character so much that it's actually eating off you that much. It's actually starting to blend with you. These spirits, entities, concepts, ideas, fourth dimension, Maya, and they have access to the third dimension through us because they need a vessel. We are that vessel. Even though we are vessels for our own souls to play on this game in this realm, this planet, this plane network, this planet, everyone still has access to do it. Because if God can use you to do good, how come other things can't use you to do bad, do evil, set up their empire? These things happen, and these things are happening. You probably just don't know how to explain some of this sometimes. Sometimes I don't even know how to explain some of it. It has to take me a long time to word some of this stuff, you know what I mean? To come up with the right way to say it. To be honest, I gotta explain it to myself first and then to my little nephew. Then I could at least explain it to everyone else. But he can't even speak, so like he's learning how to speak, so he's gotta come try to talk to everyone else and then try to teach him later. But yeah, and then dreams is basically a key to a like anything. Anything and everything, to be honest. There is some realms though, like do not get me wrong. There are some realms where you will be completely banned from. Heaven. Bad. You think you can go to heaven in your no, you're banned from heaven. Like bad. Like you cannot go there. But what you can do is experience a heaven like realm. But you can have access to hell. Like like legitimately, you can actually have access to hell. Because there'll be a lot of people talking about how like one of my friends told me a dream he had where he just appeared in hell. And literally there was like he was tied up like on a weird like these weird French torture thingies and just waiting for his turn. And he just said he's seeing this random person on a table This demon would come, eat like his intestines, and this guy would just recover, just recover instantly, right? And so he was like, "Oh, I'm glad that's not me." And then when the demon did it the last time, it when he recovered, switched him and recovered him and put him up here to chill. And now it was my friend's turn to do that. And this thing started digging into him and he recovered. And they said when it dug into him another time, he felt it, he woke up. He woke up and said the pain felt very real. And yes, in the dream realm, you can get attacked and can get everything. When you take actual physical damage, if the entity itself is very, very strong, and if you yourself are lucid dreaming or astral traveling in the dream realm, and you are aware when you are dreaming, you are more like vulnerable to attacks. Yes, completely. But you are more aware in there to see what is going on. That is like your subconscious. That is your subconscious trying to tell you a lot of things too. In your dream, you can see the vision you completely want to have in reality. You can take everything you need to take, bring it here, make your reality good. In your dream, you can see everything completely go wrong and not even want to try it, and now you don't have it in this reality. So this is how dreams have so much more power than we realize. Dreams are also our subconscious mind, kind of trying to guide us a certain way, or showing us all our lessons, or the lessons that we should learn. You know what I mean? It's all these things. It's our subconscious. It's dimensions. It's worlds. It's a little piece of your soul. And every single time, like not like for those who actually has to travel and everything, you know you have to build your Merkaba. You know you have to be in contact with your soul. You know you have to actually astral travel in the astral realm, spiritual realm, to actual travel there. You need. Like it's like anyone can go in there. Trust me, anyone with a spirit can go in there, but not everyone will survive in there. Legitimately, not everyone will survive in there. There's literally a war going on that side of the dream realm. You may have been fighting this war and not even realize it. All these dreams where you had just battling something, you're literally fighting maybe darkness. And you're assisting with it. You know what's crazy? I had me, let's say friend A, friend B. I had a dream where I was fighting someone in like levels. Level 1, got there. Got to level 2, was getting jumped. Need help. Popped up. Friend number A popped up. Right? Battle. Get to level 3, get to the top. Then we notice that we're getting jumped again. And now we get the friend number B. And now we all just whip everyone's ass in the dream. We'll all do that. I gathered all those friends together, like in person, and we all got up to like smoke together. You know what I mean? We smoke, take bongs, and we all got together to talk, like just to have like a card game or something. You know what I mean? We put Magic the Gathering in Yu-Gi-Oh. But I explained the dream because I was like, yo, bro, they were there. Might as well explain it to them. Explain it to them. They had dreams not from my point of view, from where I went to number 1, but where from I met them. So my friend number A, he dreamt that he was with me fighting people and we were getting beat up. Then my last friend number B, he dreamt we were at you guys are getting beat up and I came to help you guys and we all just won. And literally in my dream, I went through that journey alone. So you see what I mean? In the astral realm, you can actually link up with your friends. Sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously. In the astral realm, you can link up with people you love, with dead people, like the people who died. You may not be able to go to them, but they will be able to come to you. Like it's amazing. Like here, let me tell you how amazing dreams are, and how like if you don't dream, I really suggest you just get into the practice of dreaming. Again, I reference this book because this book was really amazing. The Astral Projection Workbook and How to Achieve Out of Body Experience. Okay, here's a friend. I had a friend who got in a car crash. He passed away. May you rest in peace. And it kind of sounds messed up. I'm smiling about it, but he passed away, right? That was my first ever funeral that I had to, attend. Like, I've never attended the actual funeral because death always scared me. It legitimately scared me. And this was kind of the first way that I can get over that fear of it, because I had to get over that fear of it one way or another. And this was just a moment where I had to be there for a brother, like a good friend. And I was really hoping that just like the energy of all the people who loved him would be there and that would help him pass on, you know what I mean? So we were there. It was a hard day, you know what I mean? Everyone's all sad, we're all like, crying, anything like that. Everyone says their little one twos. Like, everyone says what's up, he was a good person, like, all that. Then you hear like you go to like, bury him and everything like that. So then like maybe like a week passes by, 2 weeks passes by. All of our friends that were friends from like high school shit, we had a group chat, kind of just like after that we started like kind of click together, kind of talk, kind of see where everyone's at, see how everyone's good, and kind of just catch up and just checking on each other. Like that's like we all used to just like chill together when we were younger. So it's just kind of like seeing where everyone is. Time really passed. So then everyone one by one said like they had a dream of him, like with him in it, one by one by one by one. I think there was a couple who said they didn't have a dream, like maybe one or two, but one by one by one by one, he went to specific people in their dreams and had a dream with them, and they would come back, share it in the group chat, and be like, wow, like when I tell you, he like it felt like he came, like literally, it felt like he came to me last. It felt like he came to me in my dream last. I went in my dream, and one of my friends in the group chat was literally in this dream with me. So it was just me and him. Me and this friend in the group chat, we were just chilling at some, like, literally, this is crazy. You won't believe me. But literally, it's like an airport in outer space. Like, literally, it was like, imagine an airport terminal, but it's in outer space where you could see, like, Earth was not even nowhere in the picture. I don't even know where we were. But we were just, like, it was beautiful. Skies was beautiful. Everything was beautiful. Like, it was just, wow. You know what I mean? And just out of nowhere, you just see like how you see the sun reflect off of like some metal. Metal was hitting an object as a plane flew. And then I looked at my friend beside me. He's like, "Are we in outer space, bro? This is sick." And literally was like, "Wow, what's that?" I see him over there. Walks to us. He does the same, like, and again, dreams are like, you are programmed off of like, it is programmed off of like what you remember about people. People actually come in these ways. You know what I mean? Came to us in a dream, and he just like gave me a hug, gave the next man a hug, looked at us both, and basically did the same thing that he would always do, just like peace out, laugh, and just like left. Like he just like walked, turned around, walked. And then when he turned around and walked, it's like everything around us got white. Like really, 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 really white. Like everything from outside shifted. Like the space from outside, not inside the terminal, but the space from outside the terminal shifted. Like from space, whatever that sky was, to completely white. And I woke up that day. That day, my energy was like, I was just so happy. Like it's just like all that washed away. It's like like all that sadness. It's like I knew he was good. I knew he was blessed. He really gave and said goodbye and said take care of each other. Like literally, I said that in the group chat. I said what I said, messaged it, and ever since then we haven't talked to anyone in the group chat. I think that was just like, that was it. Like we kind of got the message that we got from that. You know what I mean? We're still there for each other and everything. When we need each other, we're still always there for each other. Like, but you get what I mean. Dreams are that powerful. Like, you know what I mean? Dreams are very powerful. They're very, very powerful. They give you a chance to get over the guilt too, or maybe not apologizing, or not making right with people that you have the time to make it right when they're still here, and then when they're gone, right? Dreams also help you with that. So let me get to to the video part about it. I've been talking for a bit long. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of some entertainment. Okay. Yeah. So this is Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Shout out to my I don't know, 23-year-old, 20-year-old to 25-year-old. Man, I know you rock with me. I'm turning 25. I know you're rock with me because y'all have to remember this. I think this is either Nickelodeon or YTV or all those things were at its height, like Disney Channel and everything. Like, you know, oof, good times. But let's just watch. Just listen to what he kind of like. For this one, I just like listen to it's like not listen. You listen to the song, but listen to what happens when he goes to sleep. And again, they're in a realm where it's already made up of him sleeping. If you guys remember this, you know what I mean? So Shark Boy and Lava Girl are basically imaginary dreams or whatever imagination they're made up by this kid. Kid has to go in his dream and help them, but then the dreams escape the dream and come into reality to kind of bring the dreams into reality now. Crashing. So I'm sorry. Some of this shit is just so funny to me now. But did you hear what the lyrics say? Dream a dream and get us out. When you and your homie looking at each other, like, dream a dream and get us out. Like, you better start rapping. No, this. I'm so sorry. This right here is like a perfect example of how we're messing up our lives. Our dreams sometimes are not like it's energy, so it's energy that is unused from the day, or besides from physical energy. It's energy that's unused from the day that's gonna be put into like your astral reality or astral dimension, if you want to say it. So actually, a lot of people don't have an astral dimension because a lot of people don't even have a Merkaba. To be honest, I have to start meditating better. I gotta get my Merkaba better. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna not be faking over here, trying to be like what these gurus and sell you a fake product or whatever. And for those like not all selling fake products, but you know what I mean. You gotta strengthen your legitimately your Merkaba to actually build that location in your realm to then have it signature. You know what I mean? So then when you pass away, and when you pass away, you're just going into your dreams. Like, that's another thing. Like, so this is why we can link people in dreams. Because when that person dies, they're going into their dream. And when you go to sleep, it's like you're going into your dream. But if you guys happen to dream about the same location, around the same time, around the same, let's just say all the energies around, you know what I mean? And you get to meet them, talk to them. It might be easier for you to astral travel on those days. It might be easier for you to lucid dream because of the way the energies are, because of the way maybe it's a full moon, half moon, maybe it's the 8th of whatever. Like maybe it's 8, the 8th month of the 8th day, like, you know, or 10th month of the 10th day, 12th. Like, you know, these days they have energy signatures to them that assist you to travel better. And this will be time. These would be the better times for you, kind of recentering yourself and just like collect yourself, put yourself together. But you can also use these times to actually go and build what you gotta do, but also build yourself spiritually. These would be days that you have access to like energies that would be very hard for you to have access to on the regular. And then maybe you can, after they're gone, you can maybe get used to doing it on your own. Like it's an assist, it's a help. Because the whole point is to do everything on your own. The whole point is to become good at all this stuff on your own. The whole point is you don't need a crutch. None of us need crutches. Like, you know what I mean? We can do all the things that we can do. Like if we want in our heart, we can actually do it. We just kind of give ourselves all these mental crutches and all these physical crutches. Like, well, not all these physical crutches, but all these like mental crutches. You know what I mean? And once we get all rid of those mental crutches, those mental like things that are keeping us up, it's just we get things done, and you can do whatever you gotta do. Because check it out, I want to be a filmmaker. I want to be a writer, director. So I'm just doing it. But this is just kind of my first like. This is just like my TV show, like Dark Shade TV. You know what I mean? But I'm still writing scripts and everything on my time off. I just been going crazy on homework. If you guys want to always, if you guys always want to check that out, you guys can always follow me on Instagram and everything. I'm an animator, so I'm learning about 3D animation. So if you want to follow me along there. Uh, at Dark Kushite DC0 on Instagram. But yeah. So like during these times, like those times of significant dates or times, like Christmas or New Year's, be easier for like these days. But those are Gregorian days also. But then also the real dates also. Those real time, like the real Ethiopian calendar in those days, it would actually be easier for you to spirit to travel amongst these things. But also, you need to train it to actually also do that, because a lot of us have a lot of us, our soul is on our, not our soul, but our spirit is on like autopilot. Like we are not aware of the actions we do and everything. That's when I was talking about the soul ejects. When the soul ejects, the spirit takes over. The spirit is not as smart as the soul, to be honest. It's not. Someone's like, I don't know how to say it. A soul has so much more experience. A soul doesn't expire. Yeah, but a spirit can expire, like the energy of it. But a soul's energy is eternal. It's just depending on if the person wants to access their eternal energy or not, in this lifetime or not, or in whatever lifetime they want to be honest. And, you know, some people might even have a one and go, like they got one chance to do it, and it's gone. It's like, okay, you know. But some people are like freshly and brand new souls, because they're just freshly, like, they're waiting for the right time and everything to manifest or to even get a body. Because some people actually wait such a long time to a certain like age or whatever to have a body, and I mean, or to get to be born and all that. You know what I mean? And dreams is like if you know how to really pull off a lot of things correctly, you can also incept things into people's dreams, because you can also go into other people's dreams when they're not aware. Which again, I do not suggest you do this, because this is where everyone else's spirit and soul, full warning, has self-defense. Everyone's spirit and soul in the spiritual realm has self-defense. It's just like how we are in this world. If you're strapped in this world, you best believe you're going to be strapped in the spiritual. Trust me. But in the spiritual, you're strapped with like your spirit animals. That could be animals you bond with right here, or animals you like. Animals you like so much. Like, let's just say if you're into whales or penguins or lions or zebras, like you're into those kind of animals, that will be your spirit animal in that realm, in that dimension. Like it will be probably a different creature, but it will have the body of a zebra, or the look of a lion, or the look of a penguin, or literally it will be a penguin and all that, but just like 10-foot penguin. That's just your spirit animal. Like, I'm not lying. If I was a spirit and I was dreaming and I saw a 10-foot penguin, I would low key be terrified still. You know what I mean? And then that would get me to kind of bounce out that dream, bounce out that realm. And AKA, that's the first defense of that person's realm. So you know, there's like moats to this shit, like, you know, levels to this shit. Some people have such serious defense that they won't even let you even, because if you get into someone's dreams, you're getting into someone's head. There you go. You get into someone's dream, you're getting into someone's head. You're actually getting into someone's mind. Like, their mind. And their mind is in an actual physical location. I want to ask you a question. Physically tell me where your mind is. Everyone will point to their brain. I'm going to say no. Again, that's your brain. Your brain isn't your mind. Your brain is just a physical organism that's making all these biochemical reactions. But where's your mind? Like, legitimately, where's your mind stored? Where does that go? Because sometimes some people be like, I lost my mind. Oh, I don't feel like I have my mind today. Oh, I wasn't thinking. Where is it? Because legitimately, it's not like it's not on you when those things are happening. But where is it? It can be stored in counter space. Counter space is ones and zeros. Ones and zeros would be spirit, spiritual counter space, astral, or literally a space just made up of ones and zeros. The matrix, coding, ones and zeros. That's where it's stored. It's the same thing with. But then again, you can also stay. It is stored somewhere in this. Like it's stored in your brain. Just want to ask a question, but like your mind is obviously like connected to your brain, because if you cut off a piece of your brain, you don't know how much of your mind is gonna go with it, because your whole mind can go with it. Let's just say doctors give you a lobotomy, take a little, like a lobotomy is bad. Let's just say they take too much out. Boom, you lost your whole characteristics. You're not you. You're just literally just probably swab it, whatever. You know what I mean? And or even when some people just get hit with something in the head, you know what I mean? It affects their mind. It affects their personality, them, who they are, how they maybe speak, or how they register things. Because you're affecting. You displace the mind, which displaces their spirit, and it actually shifts the spirit. Like it legitimately, actually, like literally shifts the spirit, and then the spirit is trying when it shifts itself back into your proper place and everything, there's a lot of things that's messed up that it has to account for now. And this is the same thing with, like, let me say I drop my phone right now, screen cracks, LSD, like the screen doesn't work. Now I can't use the apps properly and everything. It's the same thing. It's like your body got hurt, your soul's trying to come back and occupy it, or soul spirit trying to come back occupy it. But now it has to correct for all the missing parts, missing hurt and everything. And memory is stored through the body, through the body. Because memory is just not all stored up here. Memory is literally stored through the body. I know how to tell you stored through the body. If you like, people can point to, like, I got this when I fell, I got this one, And sometimes when people are telling stories, they can go back to when their body like felt that pain. Like, let's just say if you, like, I was like, let's just say you were fighting. Let's just say you're fighting, got hit, you can go back to, like, I remember when that hurt, when I caught that shot. You know what I mean? You can remember that. You can actually remember that, feel it for a second. Or people who got shot, they actually feel like they got shot all over it, and that's where PTSD comes in. That war survive, like that war stuff, survivor's guilt and everything, PTSD, anxiety, panic disorder. Like, this is your body telling you that memory is stored. This is your body showing you that memory is stored through the body, like through the body. Like, you don't know where, like, memory can be stored through the body. So through anywhere, like, your memory and the way your data is so weird. It's literally encoded in your memory, and everything's encoded in your DNA also. Like, it's in your DNA, like your memory, who you are, all out there in the multiverse, who you could have been, who you are, and all the decisions you didn't make or did make. It's all in your blood. You are that accumulation of that multiverse. They're all living within you, living out there, whatever their selected universes. But now you have the power to go in and pull which one you want to bring out here. This is the point of dreams. Dreams give you access to your data collection. Dreams give you access to your DNA, your family's DNA. Check it out. My last name, like I told you in the first video, was well, I mean, my first name, like I told you in the first video, was Buck, B-A-K. My last name is Dang. So the Dang family stretches back way, way, way back in history. It's an old dynasty, from a dynasty all the way to South Sudan, even from a dynasty that goes all the way to China. With the Dangs or Dongs, like it's D-A-N-G and D-E-N-G also. But that's a whole Kushite thing and everything. Like, it goes back. So now, in your DNA, in your memory, you have access to that catalog of information, that catalog of things. You know what I mean? You may not have access to the same catalog as that let's just say it's a Caucasian versus me. You might not have access to the same things as a Caucasian because my destiny, my heritage is way different than his. My DNA will unlock different parts of the universe for me that I'm allowed to go. And then even when I go there, there's spiritual places where I'm forbidden, where I'm not allowed to go. And I think it was like recently. It was very recently. Everybody got booted from the not very recently, like probably like half a year ago. There was like a time everybody got booted. Like I was realizing everybody was getting booted off of the spiritual mainframe, if you want to call it. You know what I mean? Or the spiritual, everyone was getting booted, and you had to really get restart. And I noticed that's when everyone kind of started getting hit with their perspective, like problems, karma, dharma, whatever you're going through. Everyone got booted, and then again, it's like it's uploaded. It's like letting people like lifting those restrictions all over again. It's lifting restrictions now. Like there are certain restrictions in play that probably would ban certain people. They lifted those. Everyone would let certain people be allowed. Because me and my friend actually talked about this, and this actually happened to him too. He got booted out, like booted for a bit, and he went back in because he's way more realer with me and this stuff than I ever will. I think I ever will be. But like, yeah, when I had access to mine, like it was probably like a week after that, 2 weeks after that, when I had access to mine again. It was amazing. The dreams were just like start just fighting a bunch of stuff, fighting a bunch of people. But you can also, I'm gonna show you this clip also. But you can also incept. Incept means like to go into someone's dream, someone's mind. And this is why I went back to the whole mind thing. You can go into someone's mind and plant an idea, and plant something in someone's mind, plant a dream, plant something. Like you know what I mean? And this is how a lot of things are kind of done. Because in society, we give men that this dream that you're gonna have the baddest girl, whatever. If you do this, or we sell ladies this dream, like you should go look for a man who has blah 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 blah, or whatever, right? They're selling us a dream that's not real, but the dream is already in our mind and dictating how we do our actions. A lot of those things are achievable, don't get me wrong, but not in the light and the spotlight that they paint. They just media, society, everything. The way that they want us to be. We can do all those things. We can have all those things, but do it in your fashion, do it in your signature, in your energy. Don't do it in their grounds, your grounds. But this is just a movie scene from Inception, and just thought it would be good just to see. And that was a perfectly good example of how that person's mind came up with a way to protect him. You know what I mean? Came up with a way to protect him really quick. And another ability that a lot of us have that's very, very low key, which I think is kind of. But I found this out because I'm not lying. Old friend of mine I knew had this ability. They were like a dream walker. Like, like they were like dream walkers are pretty sick too, because you're able to just walk in any place, any dimension, anywhere, and still retain all that information. It's like, have you ever heard that saying? It's like picking up gold sand. It's like when you pick up gold sand and it's like all that falls in between your hands, and it's just that's kind of what like a dream is. You're left with all this information, but then when you pull it out, you can only like bring out that like a little bit of it to apply it here. But some people, they're dream walkers. They're able to like actually pull out a lot of information from the dream realm and bring it here. Like you can pull out full equations from full scientific math equations. You can pull out like a lot of things from the dream realm. Everything we need for this reality is in the dream realm. We just need someone to just go in there, get the information properly, and bring it out here and express it in a way that we can understand it. That's the whole point of dreams. It's to kind of help break that barrier of creation down. You know what I mean? Whatever you see up here can be brought out here, and that's what dreams are. Dreams are really like the power of pure creation, but you also gotta do a lot of the work physically for it to manifest, because we live in the 3D, of course. We live in the physical realm, so you really gotta work with the physical for you to see the results and everything. But one more video. I think I got this video, and then again I'm gonna have to save this video for different. That video is pretty good, and yeah, I'll explain how life itself is a dream, and then I'll show you the last video, and then I'll let you guys go. Remember how I told you bloodlines give you access to certain like areas of the dream realm? You can kind of say the same thing with abilities. Like, dream walking isn't just for everyone. It might have to be it might actually have to be in your DNA for you to actually do it, or one of your ancestors had to be it, or it may be a new ability that is passed down to you and being manifested in this time, because that's also what happens with gods. Gods have stronger powers than usually their parents, but usually it's passed down through blood. So that's why him going kind of naming him off, which like where he's from, his national or not nationality, his reservation. I think he was claiming. I think he said. But yeah, this is why those things are kind of very detailed. His blood is giving him access to his power. And at the same time, I forgot to mention, but Jack is also archangel, or no, he's a Nephilim. He's Lucifer, Lucifer's son, and some other chick. Some other chick that was banging the president, supernatural. I don't know why, but I know you're gonna be thinking, is he the Antichrist? No, in Supernatural they had the Antichrist. He was a demon human offbreed, so he doesn't technically count as an Antichrist because his father is an archangel, so he'd be a Nephilim, and the strongest Nephilim too, because his father is an archangel. Okay. That the place where he was trying to go, just to kind of show you, was a different world, and that's where where Lucifer was stuck, and Dean and Sam's mom, Mary Winchester, that's where she got stuck in. So that's why he's trying to get to that other world. But the clip ends there. I guess I actually have to download like the Supernatural episode again and then find the clip where he actually dream walks with Jack. But he puts his feet in water first, and then Jack connects with his head, and he's able to see all these dimensions and able to choose to the one that he's supposed to go to. I want to use that clip in another one of my videos and everything. And I think it literally, this is in the video, you may not have access to this because you don't have access to it in your blood. So it literally has to be something passed down through the blood, something passed down through generations, something that's passed down through ancestry. Like you can't just be some outsider just learning abilities like this for no reason. Not. It's probably most of the 9 times out of 10 in your blood, or 8 times out of 10 in your blood, and you just have to locate which part of where your blood's coming from, like which lineage, your mom's side, your dad's side, but it's coming from one side of it, and your ancestors too. But I don't like always using the word ancestors because, to be honest, if I turn into an ancestor, I would be watching my descendants, but I'd also be doing my thing. Like, I would come to them when they really need it, you know what I mean? But I'd also be sending them like the energy and love and protection they always needed. But I'd be doing my thing out there in the universe. Like, you have a whole life to go live. But okay, the last little bit of this, and then watch this video, and then this is kind of like to end it off. But so what's the whole point of dreams? The whole point of dreams is like power of creation. It allows you to live your best life or your worst life, but the power of creation is in your hands. That's it. And everything in this universe had the option to like choose, and so do still you. Like, some things may be just obsolete, like some things may be good or bad in our eyes, but there just is, because they just had to be. But we have a lot of choice. You know what I mean? So we have a choice to really choose if we want our dreams to go good, our dreams to go bad. And in dreams, it also is something that you can make it like into a reality, because if you watch your dreams and everything a lot, you can like not watch your dreams, but if you learn from your dreams a lot, including watching them, you can actually like bring that into real life, and life itself becomes a dream. Like if you go talk to girls, go talk to women, go talk to them because they see life completely from, and this isn't even a bad thing. I'm not even explaining it's a bad thing. It's actually like this is actually a good thing because it actually is like a little bit grounding. You know what I mean? But women actually see a lot of life from the dream realm, because the dream realm is completely emotion. It's emotion based. That's the only way you can move in the dream realm, emotion based. So fellas, if you're not good with your emotion, get in touch with them. That's the only way you're gonna become a good dreamer. And to become a good dreamer in life, or to get everything you want in life, you have to control your emotions. Because you can have everything you want, but it's just gonna end up bad real quick because you're not controlling your emotions. But also same thing with females, because females gotta get in control of your emotions. Because you guys can see how much you guys can get anything you want, but you see how bad good things turn. They turn bad. You know what I mean? That's because you guys have you guys are such an energy channeler, women especially. You know what I mean? Because it's such an energy channeler. Because you guys even, because when women and men are having sex, women are the credit, and men is the debt collector. Because we'll be always getting to them. Because we'll be like ejaculating. So they're always collecting so much credit, so much energy. So this is why they can use that to bring their dreams here quicker. Because they're collecting our energy, and then just like that. And this can go into whatever scene or tension or whatever y'all want to call that, or whatever y'all want to do. You understand your stuff there. Like, yeah, it helps. It helps boost your energy and everything. But you can still do all this and still have a partner and still have a lot of sex and still manifest. But it's the way you bounce off the energy to her. Because whatever energy you put into her, it's just gonna be manifested 10 times back to you. So if you guys are smashing when y'all are mad, imagine how angry she's gonna be later. Like if y'all smashing when y'all happy, imagine how happy she's gonna be later. If y'all smashing when y'all sad, imagine how sad she's gonna be. Or if y'all smashing when y'all think about money, there's how much money you'll get later. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're not actually thinking about these things, but the intention is there. Like, the intention is I love this person. I want to build this person. If she's thinking the same thing as you're doing your business and getting it together, then those things will come in due time, because you guys are both working towards them. And you guys both will physically work towards them, and in the end, it has a place to go settle quicker, because now you're doing the work physically, and now the energy has a place to just settle quicker. You know. So life is a dream, because fellas, even let's be real, fellas. When we actually fall in love, it feels like a dream. When we get our heart broken, it feels like a nightmare. It does. It's scary. Like, trust me. You know what I mean? But life itself is a dream, and it is like the best dream of all. But a lot of us take life like, you know, we don't really know how to move in it too much, and that's okay. But learn from your actual dreams to get this bigger dream of life, everything you want in it. You know what I mean? But here's a little clip of the. Actually, you know what? I don't think I have enough time. Yeah, I don't have enough time. I'll probably just leave this at the end. Like, I'll leave it playing at the end, and I'll just leave the audio playing. I won't leave anything else playing. I'll probably just leave it at the end and just leave my painting for season 3 up. But I want you guys to have a good night, and I'll catch you guys next time. And remember, just dream, 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 dream. Have a good night, guys.
In the shinobi world, it's not how you live, it's how you die. A shinobi's life is not measured by how they live, but rather it's measured by what they manage to accomplish before their death. And looking back, my life has really been full of nothing but failure. Continually rejected by Tsunade, unable to stop my friend, and unable to protect either my student or my mentor. Compared to the great and celebrated deeds of the Hokage, my actions are trifling, insignificant things indeed. I wish that I could have died like each of the Hokage. A tale is only as good as its final turn of events, the plot twist. And mistakes are an important part of the plot too. I've lived my life always believing that the lessons I learned are what honed me. I swore I'd accomplish a deed so great that it would obliterate all my failures. I'd die a splendid shinobi. At least that's how it was supposed to go. But this, my plot twist, my tale ending like this. The great Lord Elder prophesied that I would be the one to guide a revolution, a person who will make a great choice that will bring either peace or destruction to the world of the shinobi. I thought I would defeat pain, stop the Akatsuki, and save the world from destruction. But in the end, I failed that too. How pitiful, how sad that this will be the ending twist to the tale of Jiraiya the Gallant. What a worthless story it turned out to be. Never going back on your word, no matter what. And never giving up despite what the odds may tell you to do. Naruto, if that is truly your ninja way, then as your teacher, I have no business at all whining. Because, as everyone knows, a student inherits his ninja way from his teacher. Right, Naruto? The tale of Jiraiya the Gallant. Well, now it'll end a bit better, I hope. The final chapter. I'll call it Frog at the Bottom of the Well drifts off into the great ocean. Just barely glorious, but glorious indeed. Now, I suppose it's about time I put down my pen. Oh, that's right. What should I name the sequel? I wonder. Let's see. The Tale of Naruto Uzumaki. Yes, that has a nice ring to it.